LA County reinstates the mask mandate for LAX public transport and Uber rides.
Ball.
Like that?
COVID's gonna spread again.
Yeah, dude. So as much as like the rest of the nation is like having these like no more mask laws and stuff, LA County is backstepping and reinstating it.
What the fuck, dude?
I had to wear one today.
Yeah, it's effective today.
So where do you have to wear
Orange
it?
County.
Really?
Yeah.
And well, businesses are allowed to choose whether or not they want to still have masks
Okay.
or not. But the places where it's like no question you got to wear it, LAX, public transport, and Ubers too.
Oh, so they turned it back on.
So it's kind of the same stuff that was before. Huh?
But then it's like mandatory for those.
So man, I hated going on Ubers and wearing masks. Cause some Ubers, I don't know how you guys are, but like some Uber drivers are kind of like stop and go, and I get nauseous already.
Yeah,
but then when it has something on my face, I feel even more nauseous.
I get dizzier quicker.
So I actually like it when I can open the window a little bit. Then I don't really mind. I just have fresh air. But man,
I thought of inventing a mask made out of pantyhose, so that you could just completely breathe, but technically have a mask on. But somebody beat me to it.
Dude, I saw a lady wear a mask, but it was just a fishnet like stocking thing, and it said like no mask or some shit. So she was like protesting,
Yeah.
but it was like a mask. Yeah.
damn.
That's fire.
My favorite was when they started coming out with the boba masks, so you could have a hole for boba straws. You can put it back on.
That is tight.
You can still comply and have
What
boba.
about gyms? Do they gotta have it? Do you
I
know?
think it's down to that thing where they said businesses are allowed to choose. So if,
Nice.
if that gym just happens to be, pro-mask, then everyone in there's got to put it on.
Remember we were training with masks, hitting each other, mask on? That was tough.
Oh yeah,
It's hard
dude.
enough with headgear
I
with a
see
mask.
jiu-jitsu gyms have masks on, and I'm like,
What?
Why?
Wow.
Hey, what are you guys doing,
It's
dude?
so hard, man.
Just either put it on or take
You're gonna get COVID by grappling with them.
The mask is good. It stops ringworm too.
Yeah, that's true.
It does stop ringworm. I did hear that. You rub it on your body afterwards.
If you're that fucking close with someone, even with a mask, you're gonna get COVID. So why the fuck are you having it on?
You get everything.
You get something else.
The whole thing, all the above, yeah.
Something else.
You're gonna get fucking herpes too.
Damn it! What other cities are doing dumb shit like this?
Just LA.
Maybe, what about New York?
Well, LA County, that is the thing right now.
I'm for sure not gonna fly out of LAX for a long time. Then
John Wayne it is.
I got so many other airports I could choose from now.
Name them. Go.
Burbank.
McCarran, dude.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fire.
Or it's called Harry Reid now. I think they changed it.
Really?
Yeah, they changed
Fly
it.
private.
The Vegas
Yeah.
one.
This guy flies private jets, dude.
No, I'm a
No, business class doesn't allow a mask.
So you're gonna have to fly into LAX?
fly into Harry Reid too. The Vegas one.
Oh, so in New York, it's kind of the same thing where they rolled back on they really eased.
Today, huh?
Yeah, they eased up, and this is like from 2 days ago. But they said you still have to wear. The federal government no longer requires masks to be worn on planes, trains, and other forms of public transportation. But in New York City, masks are still required on the subway and buses.
What I found out is how the jurisdiction works is federal law is actually the loosest, and then because I thought like, oh, if it's federal, everyone abides by it, but it's actually the way the states are structured is federal law is the loosest, and then states have higher jurisdiction, and then counties have higher jurisdiction, and then cities have the highest jurisdiction.
Oh, okay.
So that's why like let's say federally you don't need to have a mask, and like let's say even state you don't have to have a mask, and let's say even county you don't have to have a mask. But like let's say if Garcetti was like for LA, I want to have a mask, then all of LA have to. Yeah.
Right.
Unless federal kicks in and they decide to harp down on everybody.
Yeah, but they usually don't. They usually respect.
The city.
Yeah, they respect how they want to run
See,
it.
that's
Yeah.
important to know, right? Because that's how you figure out who you listen to, or at least like what the guideline is.
Well, that's why a lot of people were like, why can't America get it together? And I'm like, it's because we're more like a collection of countries.
Yeah.
It's like the states have way more power than the federal government. It's the way that it's structured. And it's the states have a culture of their own. So like some states like Florida, right after lockdown, they're just like, you know what, we ain't doing this. We're just gonna stay open, fuck it.
Yeah.
And the federal government couldn't control that. And in other states complied completely with what the federal standards were. So it's like, it's all over the place because the states, and not only the states, like, like Bart said, the cities have the most power. So LA County could be one way where Sacramento could be completely different. It's kind of
Even
weird.
within the same state.
Yeah.
Like federally, like weed's legal, but some states are like, no, it's still illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Or federally, AR-15s are completely legal, but some states are like, no, it's illegal. So it's just a big like mismatch. Of
And it's also like the mask thing, especially, is just down to enforceability. You know, like if you just get in an Uber and the driver just goes, I don't really give a shit. That's as far as that goes.
Yeah.
You know, it's all enforceability.
I've been in one during the pandemic where I literally don't know where it was. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I think I fell in my pocket. I don't have one. I'm like, I can keep my face covered the whole time, or you just refuse me. And he was super cool. He was like, nah, it's cool. Just jump in, man.
I think that's most people.
I went into one, and he was like this. So I got.
You can use mine.
I got into his cab, and he goes, "Your name is Joseph? My name is Yusuf. Same name." And then he had his mask like this.
Fuck yeah.
And then he had his windows down, and he was just talking to me like this the whole time. And then, but it was
Forget to put on your mask.
he had his mask on like this the whole fucking time.
He's like, do you want COVID or you want cigarette? Which one?
You want both? You want the boba hole?
Boba hole or no hole?
So you gotta have your mask on, but it didn't say where.
Yeah, remember the thing that when we were playing craps in Vegas, and then there was that guy who like joined the table, and his mask, he just kept like slowly putting it down, and they would always be like, "Sir, you got to put your mask on." He kept delaying the game. "Sir, you got to put your mask on." "Sir, again, you have to put your mask on." Then he started winning hella money, and they just stopped telling him. His
I want him to leave.
Yeah, he started like playing way more and putting more down, and then his shit was like down to here, and they didn't say
Started
it.
sagging? Is it
Yeah,
chain?
the pit boss stopped caring. It was just like cool.
That guy won a lot of money.
The people that I
paid a lot of
feel the people that I feel the worst for are like servers that have long shifts.
Dude, for real.
Like certain jobs require the employees to still wear it.
Like coffee shops too.
Yeah, and they're there for like 8 hours, and they have to wear it the whole time, where the patrons don't even have to
Yeah.
anymore. I'm like, man, I feel so bad.
I
for
do
you guys.
feel bad for him.
Yeah, I feel bad too. It sucks.
Makes their face break out and stuff.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's already been proven that it's like complete bullshit, right? And then I don't know why that they continue to do this shit when I don't know, man. There's already so much that came out about it.
What's crazy is the backtracking thing was supposed to be a joke. You know, like, oh, imagine we go back to it, and it actually happened.
Right, actually.
Holy shit, it really is gonna happen? That's crazy.
Right.
Well, isn't it coming back? China is like back on lockdown and stuff.
Shanghai is going some crazy shit.
Vicious lockdown.
There's COVID camps, and they're running out of food and shit, and like,
Yeah, so there's a possibility it might come back here. Who knows? I don't know what to expect anymore.
Yeah, seriously. Just be ready for it all.
This is
huh?
the first time in my life I've actually believed in conspiracy theories. I was like, does this stuff might actually happen?
Well,
I was
the
like,
more
it might.
the more the media and the government just tells you, well, don't even think about that. Is when you're like, I should probably think about that. How they're like, don't even talk to each other about whether or not this is as bad as it is.
what I'm seeing though is like, okay, so several years ago, right? A lot of the stuff that like we would mention here, people would be like, oh my god, that's ludicrous, that's so fucking crazy. The same motherfuckers that probably said that now are believing all the stuff that we fucking talked about. Because it's like, we just said it early. When you're too early about something,
you sound
and there is no pandemic, or people don't question the government, they just go, man, just believe everything we hear on CNN. And then everything just, I think, went really in your face during the pandemic when people were just questioning a lot of shit.
Well, that's the crazy thing is even if you are the person that believes everything on CNN, if you graphed it out on what they've said and how much they've flip-flopped from left to right, back to front, then which one are you believing? Like,
Well, I think they're like goldfish, where they just watch what happened.
today's thing
and they
is, yeah.
forgot what they said before. Because I'm like, how can you watch this contradictory bullshit and completely forget that they actually told us that if we get vaccinated, we can't get COVID? They
Craziest part was
specifically, all the news agencies said that.
the craziest part is I think that I saw was when I saw these two clips cut together. I forgot it was from like the 80s or 90s, but Kamala called Biden like a racist bigot and all this stuff, and then
She's
like
his VP.
and then she was like, and then when she was the one that got chosen, and she was like, this is such an honor. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is crazy.
He's so nice.
Politics, man. Super politics, dude.
Politics, dude.
Right?
Complete fucking utter bullshit.
I know. Wasn't it that like Kamala or Biden was responsible for like, maybe it was Kamala was responsible for like the prosecution of like weed?
Well, yeah, her laws incarcerated more and created more damage to the black community. and she's running on this whole shit about like women and minorities, but it's like
They're in there because of you.
yeah. Tulsi called her out on that during the primaries and shit.
No response.
Nothing, dude. I was like, it's just wild how it all works. No one cares about, you know, the policy making and all the issues that they've created. They just want an image of it's just the image. It's like, hey, we are this, and you know, these are the people, and it's like, I don't know, man. To me, that's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
You know, I think she's very likable. That's what I think. I think she's very likable. You hear her talk long enough?
She has a good
she's
laugh.
Great. Yeah.
She can laugh anything off.
That one clip of her saying, "Joe, we did it." That's all I know of her. And then the other clip is, "Don't come." That's the other clip. Those are the two clips I've seen.
I don't think any of those politicians work for us. Like, all of them don't give a fuck about us.
None of them give a shit.
No, they're all working for corporations and whatever the fuck.
Well, they have such large like goals that that we're just like the tiniest little detail. Like, come on.
None of them care about us.
Right.
But my girl Pelosi, though,
I know. Love her trades.
Fine.
Love copying her stock info.
about to
she made
visit-
100 mil, bro.
She's about to visit Taiwan right now, and China's like, well, Taiwan will receive some major consequences if she does.
Really?
Just for her going?
I guess they don't want any U.S. people recognizing Taiwan as a country or whatever it is.
So she was like, I'm going to Taiwan. And then China was like, you mean China? And she was like, maybe?
Anyway,
All the same.
I don't get it.